As we turn around the corner of the hallway, something hits me in the chest with the force of a steam train. Hanako shrieks a little, and my vision briefly goes, oh, ouch. Who the? Opening my eyes, I see a pair of saucer-like green eyes looking up at me. Who are you? What happened to your legs? Hello. Welcome back to another amazing weekend. I hope y'all days is good so far. Last episode, Hisao had a heartbreak incident, literally, when a girl that he likes, Iwanako, confessed to him. And then after that, his heart said, no love for you. He ended up in the hospital. He transferred to a school. This is where he met Misha and Shizune, his two new friends at this school. Then met Lily, this blonde, tall person. I think she's a foreigner. And then we left off at the library where we saw the person with the big scar on their face. And yeah, I think that was a good recap. But anyways, I'm just gonna go straight into it. All I hope is to make your days a little bit better. If you're new, I hope you subscribe, leave a like, comment down below. And let's get into it. Look at this, bro. 2:12 a.m. That's where I ended up last time, bro. That's crazy. Anyways, here we go. Should I go back? It's a dark-haired girl from my class, the one who snuck out of the classroom earlier. She's reading into a book, keeping it close to her face, which sure looks like she's really into it. What is her name? And what is her condition? Is she alright? I hope so. The way she was acting, I had pegged her as more of a delinquent than a bookworm. In fact, her mysterious disappearance from the class raised all sorts of lies in my head. She did disappear from class, and no one cared. Then she just came back, and no one cared, bro. Intrigue floats slowly but surely towards the surface, and before I know it, I'm walking towards the mysterious long-haired girl. We gonna talk? I guess there's no harm in introducing myself, as I would with anyone else. She's a classmate after all. That's true. That's true. Walking over to another beanbag, I take a seat and lay my books beside it. What? Her starts looking scarily up at me from underneath her fringe. What happened? This is the first time I've seen her this close. Underneath her long, dense bangs, I can see that part of her face, at least a third, if not a half, is pretty badly scarred. Oh no. My eyes are immediately drawn to the scars, subconsciously peeking past her hair until they meet her own eyes. For a second, I'm shocked and divert my eyes to the book in her hands before I realize that looking away probably only makes it worse. She already notices you. It takes too many seconds to collect myself and remember what I walked up to her for. Hi, I'm new here. Hisao Nikai, we're in the same class. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. Should I introduce myself? I think I should introduce myself. I should probably do this, right? Yeah, state your business type of stuff. Hi, I'm new here. Hisao Nakai. We're in the same class. Remember me? I saw you leave the classroom. I don't think you saw me though, but keep it a beat. I just transferred to here the other day. Maybe you don't remember? I don't think she remembers, man. The girl still doesn't say a word, but simply stares at me wide-eyed. I'm still getting used to the place, so I'm trying to meet as many people as I can. So, what's your name? Hanako. Hanako, alright. Her speech is stuttering and so quiet that it is barely audible even in the still library. She's shy. Somehow I think that my delinquent impression of her was wrong. Hanako, eh? So what are you reading? Oh? She gently tips the book backwards so that I can read the title, at the same time hiding her face behind it. Aww. What happened, bro? Don't tell me someone did that to her. Someone... what I'm thinking in my head is someone had a hot iron and just... I hope that's not the truth. I hope that's not what happened. She must have noticed me staring before. Life of Pi? I've never heard of it before. What's it about? Life of Pi? She must be a genius, huh? But never mind. I thought it was something about like math equations and stuff. Boy and a tire on a boat. I can see this taking some time. Sounds interesting. Is it any good? She nods from behind the book but stays silent. She looks kind of tense, a bit like Yuko earlier, but in a different way, more like petrified with terror, I'd say. Yuko's the librarian, right? Whoa, what's happening? Is she gonna phase through the wall? What's going on? So the mystery delinquent girl turned out to be anything but, and she's quivering in a way that makes it look like she is mortally afraid of me. The only way out of this, as far as I can tell, is to try to get a normal conversation going. Is it a library book? I'm looking for new ones to read, but there's just so many. No, it's mine. Oh, so do you come here often? Yes, she does, I think. A huge blush spreads on Hanako's face, and her eyes widen far larger than I thought it was possible for eyes to do. Uh-oh. Did she interpret my lame attempt at small talk as a feeble attempt to pick her up? I mean, I didn't mean it like that. I... I've got to do something! All in one sentence. The warning, Hanako takes off and runs towards the counter. Her hair-like takeoff catches me so off guard that I don't manage to go after her until she has a good head start. Damn, bro. It's how you're scaring the woman. Oh, you're still here? By the time I reach the counter, she is nowhere to be seen. Lily and Yuko are happily chatting away. Oh yeah, Lily's partially blind, right? Knowing that I won't be able... Hold on. Hey. Knowing that I won't be able to catch Hanako myself, I approach the girls. Hey, did you notice a girl run past here? Maybe. What did she look like? Long dark hair, kinda shy. She had, well, some scars on her face. You wouldn't be talking about Hanako, would you? Damn! Lily knows everyone. Yeah, that's her. I saw her reading and tried to talk to her, but I think I scared her off or something. Oh dear. Yuko, would you excuse me? I had better try and find her. And apparently Lily's really tall. Like, I don't know how tall though. She better not be like 6 foot. Sure, I'll just hold on to these until you come back. What's going on? I'm sorry, but I'll have to explain it to you some other time. Right, I'll see you later then. Well, it's just us two. Lily hastily grabs her cane and hurries out of the library, leaving me alone with Yuko. Uh-oh. She called ISO. I don't think I'll ever get the hang of this place. Did I do something wrong? What did you do? Nothing. I just talked to her. Tried to get to know her. Didn't even manage to get started. El Riz, I guess. Yuko sighs and looks awfully bothered, even more than she did before. I guess you weren't wrong as much as tactless. Tactless? That girl's a bit of a special case. It's like she never really talks to anyone. Isn't that a bit strange? It's just how she is, I think. Yuko doesn't sound all that convincing. Then again, maybe this is just the norm around here. Everyone has their own problems, or else they wouldn't be here. That's true. Perhaps I was being a little tactless after all. But how should I deal with these people? Forcing myself to act overly casually only makes me feel phony. Like I was supposed to be ignoring the elephant in the room. Yuko fidgets, looking like she wants to say something to that, but resists it. I think it's an elephant only if you feel that way. I guess she doesn't have a good sense of self-restraint. It makes me smile, and she blushes heavily. What? Did that sound stupid? No, it sounded really wise. I guess you're right. It's more about me than anyone else. Neither of us has said anything to add, so Yuko fills the silence by shuffling some papers around. Uh-oh, awkward. People who have papers on their desk really like doing that. Did you find any books? I should be closing soon. This library should be closing, but I have to do it. I hope that's not too inconvenient for you. I'll do what you gotta do. Oh yeah, I want some books, but I left them over there because I'll just go get them. I fetched my stack of books from beside the beanbags where Hanako and I were sitting and returned to the counter. Wow, you read a lot, don't you? It's his hobby. I surprised myself with that too, honestly. At least when I really think about it. I had a lot of free time earlier this year, so I just kind of started reading books to fill that time. I can't do much else. I see. But she doesn't say anything else and just checks out my books for me. I guess this is what they call tact. Holding the library books with one arm, I trawl my pocket for the key to the door. Oh, fine. A sudden sound from behind me startles me, making me nearly drop the books I'm carrying or the key that I almost managed to get into the lock. Is it Kenji? Who is it? Ah, of course. I turn around to see who is on to me. It's Kenji. Seems to be in a friendly mood, although the light glinting off his glasses in the dark gives him a sinister look. No, he just looks stupid. It's just me. This makes him pause and lick his lips Lick? Yo. Who is Will? I don't know anyone called me. Are you some new guy again? I forgot he's blind. His voice is suddenly strained and quick. Yes, but we've met before. Yesterday. I don't think so. I would remember someone who I met only yesterday. When was that? What day is it today? I tried to ignore him. Is he joking or what? Prove to... Why didn't I make him stutter, bro? I stuttered myself. Prove to me that we've met before. You live across the hall, you're Kenji. What is that face? Kenji jumps back, his eyes filled with an uncomprehending fear. What kind of face is that? How do you know my name? Damn. This calling me one of two things. Either we have met and you are telling the truth and I just can't remember it, or you are a spy. He pauses. A psychic spy. His eyes dart around me, trying to peek into my room, although it's hard to believe he can see anything through those thick glasses. His mood swung from friendly to maniac in less than a minute. I'm not psychic. How do I know that? I'm not a mind reader. Kenji points a finger in my face, damningly. Get that stink finger out of here, bro. I'm like you. Stop that, man. We met yesterday. What's wrong with you? I live in this room. Lies. If you think you can pass this out because I'm legally blind, you are sorely mistaken. You don't even look like you can't even see, bro. I mean, the resemblance is real slim, maybe at a distance. But who do you think you're kidding? I want to grab him by the shoulders and shake him, exasperated. I rub my eyes and let out a heavy sigh. That'd be acting. Stay down. Oh, he does this thing again, bro. Again. Kenji comes closer, one careful step at a time. I stay still, lest he assault me physically, although I doubt he could do much damage even if he did. Damn! Your body weak. Oh wait, I see it now. Damn, it's really you. Sighing again, and then once again, for good measure, I step backwards just in case. What's up, babe? I know I didn't use the voice in the last line. My bad, bro. Bad acting me. What's up, babe? You don't look too good, I think. Something wrong? I don't know. Just had some stupid thing happen to me. A few stupid things, actually. Even if you discount this one. I can't get a proper touch on other people here, and I have no idea if it's because of me or because of them. I don't know why I'm telling this to Kenji. It's not like we have had any contact either. That's rough, dude. But yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna call you a psychic spy and all, but you could never be too careful. It's the hard reality we live in. I'm slowly starting to think that Kenji isn't necessarily living in the same reality as the rest of us. He's in his own little world. You see, this is how it works. This is how it is, this world. There is no justice. You see, even when I lose, I win. Because I don't lose the lesson. What does that even mean? It doesn't matter. He dismisses it flatly with a wave of his hand. So what happened? Why the long face? Do you have a long face? It's nothing. I just scared some girl off accidentally. Literally too. She actually ran away from me. What's my fault, really? I think I'm not really used to all this yet. A girl? A cute one? Cute? That's a hard question. She had a nice body and really beautiful hair. But the face... Oh, I guess it could go either way. She was cute. She wasn't cute. She was cute, bro. Like she was acting cute. Tight shit. Yeah, cute, I guess. I know it. There were a lot of cute girls here, a strange disproportionate amount. I believe this is one of the dark secrets of this school. I tried to warn you, man. But did you listen? I don't remember any such warning. Dark secrets? Yes, dark secrets. Extremely dark, like a black hole. Have you noticed that the number of girls at the school is slightly but significantly higher than the number of boys? It's like 60-40. Hold on. Kenji might be up to something. He might be up to something. He turns his head to the left and stares off into the distance at nothing. He's ore farming. Why is it like this? I mean, to the untrained eye, it doesn't appear to be that bad. But that is a full 20%. What the fuck are you talking about? One would think that a school with a huge pool of women would be a man's dream. But no. What I am about to tell you could blow your mind. Are you ready? I don't know where this is going, but I think I won't be missing much by cutting out now. No, I am not ready. I only get as far as turning the door on before Kenji starts talking again, showing that he doesn't really care if my mind is blown or not. I'm actually interested in what he's gonna say. I believe that this school is a battleground. The site of a feminist infiltration. What the fuck are you talking about? This disparity in the number of men to women is a clear sign of how far they have come. In case this Cold War turns hot, they will have superiority in numbers. We're gonna fight in a war? Just another skirmish, an internal war against the forces of the feminists. They're everywhere. In Japan, women outnumber men. It's not a 60-40 split, but it's only a matter of time, man. In America, women are the majority by a hair. They're building up their numbers. In the past, the buildup of the military has always been a clear sign of imminent war. Soon, the day will come when... Kenji's voice trails off ominously. That is why you can't... Bro, it skipped the dialogue. That is why you couldn't trust them. They will string you along. They kill you. Just as they killed me. You will end up just... What is he talking about? What is he talking about, bro? Oh, oh hell no. That's literally something I'd say. I can't stop myself from blurting it out. Hey, what the hell does that mean? You said it, not me. It's the best I can think of. So? You're not supposed to say something like that. Damn, so rude. Where was I? Oh yeah, with vast feminist conspiracy. Stop it, stop! I lost you way back there somewhere. Somewhere around feminist infiltration. Too hard to follow, it's cool. I have some crafts and stuff in my room and puppets. You like puppets? Oh my gosh, he's luring me into his room. He's probably gonna take my booty. Fuck that shit. No puppets. You don't like puppets? Okay, crafts are still cool, though, right? He speaks energetically, responding almost before I'm done talking, moving his hands in an animated way as he continues to rant on. This is too strange. I hadn't pegged as a relatively normal, but it's clear that I was wrong. Something on your mind, dude? Just think about what it's like to be the last sane man in an insane world. Kenji frowns, looking deeply upset. I think he's more mad. Oh well, he is upset type shit. You mean that's you? Look at me. Because I'm the last sane man in an insane world. That is my dream. You can't just do a bad dream. That's your dream? What the hell? You can't be the two last sane men. It would invalidate that whole last part. And that part is kind of important. There can be only one, like in that foreign movie where there could only be one, and then there's only one to left because that was the. That was a very broad way to describe the movie. I've never seen anyone talk so heatedly and so defensively about absolutely nothing before. Anyway, if we wait here, I can get my grasp. I also have a list of other dark and complex conspiracies. That is the school. Let me just stop in the voice, bro. That this school holds as tangled as... Quick, finish my analogy for me. Be a pal. I'm going to bed now. It's extremely late. Good night, Kenji. It does sound like an analogy. An analogy, but whatever. I like you, and you seem like a cool dude. Most people don't understand what I'm talking about when I try to explain the vast feminist conspiracy to them. They know it's a terrible thing. Later. Damn, he has the nerve to say later? I should be the one doing that. He clasps me on the back and then vanishes into his room so quickly and quietly. It's like he didn't even open the door, but instead walked right through it like a ghost. I don't know if I can fully digest what just happened, so I give up and just go to my room, taking off my shoes before falling face first into bed. It takes me some time to relax and get up so I can get started on homework. Because the sheets are cool and comforting against my cheeks, and it feels so good. It feels good just lying there with my eyes closed. It's cool, it's like some kind of bizarre and surreal island. It's isolated on top of a mountain, and each person is stranger than the last. I just can't seem to fit in. What irony! One would think that fitting in a place that's made for people when fit for anywhere else would be easy. Maybe I'm trying too hard. Maybe. Although I say that, it doesn't help take the edge off. The words I've left echoing off my empty walls. I guess it's not as bad as I expected though. This place really is more a school and less a hospital, pretending it's a school than I thought it would be. If nothing else, the scenery is beautiful. I open one eye and see the school books and bottles of pills arranged side by side on my desktop. Maybe this place is too much like a normal school after all. This is normal. Wait, we're in day 3. Already? I feel very tired this morning, probably because yesterday itself was a very tiring day. On top of that, I woke up far earlier than necessary. After saying hi to Shizune and Misha, my homegirls, I started doing the work as instructed on the board. It already looks like today is going to be heavy, GG's. I don't have a problem with that now, though Shizune and Misha might jump on me trying to get an answer about whether or not I've decided to join the student council, even if it's just one day. I want to put it past them to try, and I don't have any answer for them if they do. So this situation is convenient for me. Really? About 10 minutes into class, Hanako walks in and takes a seat, but no one looks at her. The teacher doesn't even comment on her lateness. Is she invisible? Does she not exist? Come on, y'all. He does, however, stop us to say that we're going to break into a group skate. Oh, here's my trio. I turn my head and see that Shizune and Misha are looking at me. Shizune gives me a smile that is equal parts cute and menacing. This is a smile that says, "We have you now. There is no escape." Oh, hell no. Hee-chan, it looks like we're together again. Yay, yay! Oh my gosh, why are y'all two so close? Misha leans sideways while Shizune pushes her desk closer to mine. There really is no escape now unless I were to jump through the window. Jumping out the window isn't the best option. Sadly, you'll break your neck. What's wrong, Hee-chan? You two scare me. Oh, Hee-chan, I've been thinking about what we said yesterday. You said that you would think about joining the student council, didn't you? I'm still thinking. Give me some time. It's okay, Hee-chan. We'll be talking about it after you left. And it'd be rude to expect you to already have an answer for us this early, right? Right. I'm so happy you two are able to have a laugh at my expense, and even more pleased to know that you both know how crazy the two of you can be. Now that that's over, Shizune steps back into serious mode and smacks today's assignment with the back of her hand in an overly dramatic and important way. When I actually look at the stuff, it's mostly just reading. In fact, there are only 2 problems. I almost want to say something about how her rush to get started seems a bit much. Considering the small amount of work, in fact, Shizune probably knows how little there is and simply doesn't care. Damn. And it seems like the workload doesn't matter to her as much as the fact that there is work. The actual amount is unimportant. She approaches everything with the same level of ambition. While I'm reading, I let my eyes wander around the room and catch Hanako trying her hand at solving the problems. It looks like she's working alone. No! Come work with us. We've got space. And please, don't leave me alone with these two. These two are crazy. Hanako, join me, please. I can't remember seeing her working with other people before. Thinking back to how shy she is, it's understandable. Hey, that girl over there. Huh? Who? Hee-chan? Her, Hanako over there. Does she always work alone? I think so, Hee-chan. Do you feel sorry for her because she's alone? I was just thinking that maybe she could work with us or something. No, I don't think that would be a good idea. What? What? Why? Why would that not be a good idea? Why not? Hee-chan wouldn't get along with it. Oh my god. They got beef? These two got beef or something? Why? Misha shuffles around the question, letting out a laugh that sounds very strange. It's nervous, but still has that what the heck is that word? Lilting up and down quality present in everything she says. Just because, Hee-chan, these two got beef. What? And now Shizune has noticed her conversation. It makes me realize again how Misha has been signing everything she has been saying this whole time. Oh yeah, that's a good friend. Uh-oh. Why is she looking like that? What's Hee-chan? The friend of my enemy is my enemy? That sounds so harsh. I'm not going to say that. What? She's talking about me. At Hanako. Oh my gosh, it's serious. You said it anyway. I know, Hee-chan. It's fine if you're over here. I wonder if this is Misha's way of keeping things fair, since without her, I wouldn't be able to understand the things Shizune is saying, and vice versa. That's true. Misha's really like connecting us. Is that also why she signs all the time so there is never a conversation Shizune will be left out of? Anyway, we should start on the problems now, Hee-chan. Damn, they got beef. We finished with time to spare and decide to ask if there are any alternatives to the cafeteria, as frankly, the food so far has been subpar. This sends Shizune and Misha arguing among themselves about their favorite restaurants. All of them are downtown, so I don't think we have time to go all the way there. And what about the bill? Ooh, are they arguing just for the fun of it? Maybe. They seem so distracted by it that they don't even notice the start of the actual lunch break. I look over my shoulder towards the back of the classroom. She seems to be studying her notes from the previous class. It's an odd sight. Everyone else in the class is busying themselves with the lunch break. What? Socializing, gossiping, rearranging desks, the ones with actual box lunches mixed in, and chattering like everyone else, only interrupted by short bouts of eating. I feel so bad. Why is she alone? But when I watch Hanako, it feels like I'm the only one who can see her, almost as if she was invisible, sort of hiding in plain sight. Is she being bullied? Is she isolating herself from the rest of the class on her own accord? I see her look over her shoulders towards the classroom's rear door. Come to think of it, she hasn't turned a page since I've started watching her. I guess she's waiting for someone. What to do? Oh my gosh, I forgot this is a choice-based game, bro. I don't think she's waiting for anyone. I'm pretty sure she's just finding a way to leave without anyone noticing that I'm here. I might as well talk to her. I don't know what the beef with her and Shizune is. I gotta find out. But as of right now, she's just a lonely person, bro. Go talk with Hanako. Got to. I still feel bad for making her run away yesterday, so I'd better say something. Hey there, Hanako. Oh! Hisao! She knows Hisao's name. Well, at least she remembers my name. Hey, I just wanted to apologize for yesterday. I didn't mean to startle you or anything. I'm just new here, and I thought I should get to know my classmates. Look at that cute smile. As Hanako looks up at me, I notice her scaring once more. What does that mean? Scaring? It's a little bewildering that you can barely notice it from across the room, but it's so noticeable from close up. Oh, she covered it. That's okay. It was my fault. No, that wasn't anyone's fault. It just kind of happened. So are you waiting for someone? I saw you looking at the door before. Yes, Lily. My bad. She was looking for someone. That's me. Oh, you mean Lily, the blind girl? Hanako only nods in response, and I can't help but wonder if defining people through their disabilities is a faux pas of the worst kind of, or just normal here. I guess that explains why Lily took off after her yesterday. She seems like a nice girl. Are you two friends? Yes. Wait a minute. Shizune/Misha said, she said the friend of my enemy is my enemy. What if Shizune's enemy is Lily, and the friend she was talking about was Hanako? I'm cooking, right? I'm cooking. Yes. As if hoping for Lily to appear, she checks over to her shoulders again. I think I'm making her nervous again. I hope I'm not disturbing you right now. No, that's not it. It's just easier if Lily doesn't come here. Oh, because it's hard to get around the classroom? Not really. Hanako's gaze drifts past my shoulder and towards Shizune. Oh, I do it. Shizune? Hanako nods again. What about her? Don't they get along? Hanako shakes her head. Clearly, this is something she doesn't want to talk about. It doesn't make a strange sort of sense. Shizune and Lily not getting along so well. Why? Communication between the two would be all but impossible. It's just... yeah, I guess there's that. It's hard enough talking to Shizune through Misha, even when you can see whose hands are talking. Hana is so focused on Shizune that I am the first to notice Lily at the door. Oh, she's here now. Hanako spins around to confirm this. Upon seeing Lily, she moves quickly to the door. Oh, Lily. Hanako, good morning. Is the president here? Yes. Hanako glances over her shoulders as Shizune again, as if to confirm she can't hear them, even though that's impossible. I suppose we'd best be off then. Lily's sigh and tone of what seems like frustration makes me raise an eyebrow. I guess there's some kind of enmity between the two. What happened? It's intriguing, but that's not really something I'd ask about. I'm sure if they wanted me to know, then they would tell me. Bro, I'm intrigued, bro. I didn't think there was gonna be beef in this story. It's only my 3rd day here. I should be trying to make friends, not finding out why people are enemies. Find out why they're beefing. Entertainment. That's a bad mindset. Still, it's a little funny to find out that the school has little feuds, just like my old high school. Well, that's just high school. Even if people are more tolerant of others, they're still going to get on each other's nerves. But they seem like two nice people. How can they? Hey Lily, how are things? I'm sorry I made you run off yesterday. Oh my, is that Isao? I didn't realize you were here. It seems that Lily is a little embarrassed about being so frank in front of me. Sorry Lily, I thought you realized. She's blind. No, it's alright, Hanako. Isao, please don't worry about yesterday. It was just a misunderstanding. If you say so, I'm still working this place out. Well then, I think you'll find most people here a lot more forgiving than elsewhere. If you are feeling a little confused, please don't be afraid to ask questions. Sure, I'll remember that. Lily? Lily gives a small nod of acknowledgement. I'm sorry, Sao, but we must be off. Uh-oh. I think Shizune saw them or something. Hanako really doesn't look all that comfortable here right now, and Lily still seems a little embarrassed. I wonder if my apologies really made any impact. Mind if I accompany you two? I know I'm kind of pushing it, but Lily hums quietly, still smiling. I'm sure that we could accommodate you, can't we, Hanako? Uh-oh. What if Shizune sees this? She's gonna be pissed. She looks at Lily, then at me, and then she freezes, wide-eyed. Sure. Well then, shall we go? I'm sure Lily wouldn't do this so easily if she saw how scared Hanako looks, but it can't be helped now. Decline after the deal is sealed would only cause confusion and problems. Ah, that ugly painting, bro. It's still there. Take it down. So we leave. All three together. Shizune gonna be pissed whenever she sees me again. Lily walks beside the wall, letting her cane tap gently against it every now and then. Hanako comes along right beside her, so close that she is practically half hugging her as they go. Although it must make her walking that much harder, Lily takes it in stride. As we turn around the corner of the hallway, something hits me in the chest with the force of a steam train. Hanako shrieks a little, and my vision briefly goes black. Don't tell me it was another heart attack. Ouch. Who the? Opening my eyes, I see a pair of saucer-like green eyes looking up at me. Who are you? What happened to your legs? They belong to the perpetrator, a short girl who bumped into me and has now fallen down into the hallway floor. She wears a PE uniform and a very worried frown. The former strikes me as a rather strange thing to have on during a lunch break. More striking than I thought, though, is that she doesn't have legs. What the heck? Or she does, but they are not flesh and bone. Her pale and very much flesh and bone thighs and in shins and feet made of some black metallic or plastic-like material. They look disturbingly artificial and unnatural. It always makes me forget that my chest is hurting. The girl winces a little, rubs her nose and jumps up. I thought he saw another heart attack. Twin Tails girl. Oh man, are you alright? I'm sorry about that, really. I was looking where I was going and you just came out of nowhere. Sorry. She's looking really apologetic in a hurt puppy way of looking apologetic. I quickly forget about being angry or anything since hurt puppies are my weak spot. It's okay, don't worry about it. Ouch. GG's. I'm about to pass out again. I say that, but there's a stinging pain growing in my chest, and I know that this is about the biggest possible danger for my condition. Don't ever exert yourself. Don't forget your medication. And most of all, don't get hit in the chest. The doctor didn't say this last time. What the heck? GG's. I try to rub my solar plexus to chase the pain away, holding my breath in an attempt to hear my heartbeat. Do. Oh, I'm about to pass out. I'm passing out. It seems normal. Oh, thank God. Hey, should I get a nurse? No, I'm good. The worried, high-pitched voice of the girl snaps me out of it. I stare at her for a few seconds dumbfounded until I realized I probably looked worse off than I really was. Doubled over myself and looking all tense. Damn, I'm overly worried about my heart. No need, I'm fine. Managing to say something in response, I pull myself upright, feeling my sore ribs one last time and take a deep breath. She just knocked the wind out of me, big time, but it's nothing more than that. You sure you're okay? I hit you pretty hard. Are you flexing your strength? Twin tails, girl. It's okay, I said I was fine and nothing's broken. No harm done. That's good, I was... Oh! Hisao, what happened? She's not quite up to speed for obvious reason, but she sounds very worried. More than that, the situation deserves really. Someone just bumped into me. Nothing serious, just winded. Sorry, it's my fault. I was just going to get some stuff and I was in a kind of a hurry. That someone here is Emi, isn't it? Emi? The little girl coughs up quietly and shuffles her plastic or metallic feet, looking down at them before saying anything. Hi Lily, Hanako. I guess the girls know each other. Do please try to be more careful. You might be sturdy enough to endure these sort of accidents, but there are people who aren't. The girl blushes and starts to fidget nervously like a little child caught misbehaving. It's so cute, I find myself smiling. I know that. I was just... I gotta go. The teacher will have my head. I promised to help with printouts, but I went running instead. Sorry, but I've gotta change it and everything. Alright. Nice to meet you, Emi. Before any of us can say anything, Emi has already bolted away, leaving the hallway, eerily quiet. Look Hanako's face. She couldn't believe that speed. Does that kind of thing happen often around here? There are more rules in Yamako than usual for running in corridors. But that rarely stops Emi, it seems. She shakes her head weakly and offers a slight, composed smile. I don't think there's anything we could do to stop her, I'm afraid. Shall we be off, then? Lily heads off along the hallway and Hanako hurries after her. The route to the room the two of us use for tea is fairly simple to retrace, but still fresh in my mind from yesterday. Lily and Hanako quickly go about the business of making lunch. Wait! I'm having lunch with them instead of Shizune and Misha. Oh, they're gonna be pissed. They're gonna be pissed, bro. Before I can even open my small bag of food, Lily's busying herself with her thermos and tea bags as Hanako is setting out both their lunch boxes. So this is what you meant by coming here almost every day? Yes, Hanako and I usually have lunch here. It suits both of us, so we end up using this room regularly. After seeing Hanako's reaction to me over the past couple of days, I can understand why that is a boon. That and Lily being able to get some quiet away from her class as well. I take my seat last after Lily's poured the tea for us and sits down. Hey, look at us! The more I spend with these two girls, the more I think they're a perfect foil to Misha and Shizune. Oh, am I switching sides? Hisao siding with Shizune's number one up? Hold on, bro. Even without a voice, Shizune is direct and brash, and Misha seems to get along with everyone. On the other hand, Lily is so soft-spoken and relaxed, while Hanako seems to be the shyest girl I've ever met. Oh, sorry. So how are you faring in Yamako, Hisa? You seem a bit flustered before. Apart from getting lost every now and again and being crash-tackled outside my classroom, fine, I guess. You look pretty hurt before. Are you really okay? For a brief moment, I considered telling Hanako and Lily about my condition, but then I hold it back. Damn, bro. Eventually, you're gonna have to tell someone. They don't know your heart disease. I can't tell why, but for some reason, I feel comfortable talking about it to these relative strangers, even if they have been pretty friendly. Yeah, it's nothing. I was just a bit startled. Judging from the two girls' expressions, I don't think they're buying it. But what I assume is their way of respecting my privacy, they don't press the matter. I guess that is one of the unwritten rules around here. Don't ask. Even if people's conditions are obvious like Hanako's, there's still bound to be a story involved. Everyone has things they don't feel comfortable speaking about, and I think everyone here recognizes that. So, how long have you been in this school? You both seem to know your way around pretty well. Well, I've been here since the start of high school, but we moved into the dormitories a year ago. Oh, okay. So she was commuting here. Hanako joined at the start of the high school as well and moved to dormitories when she did, if memory serves me right. That's right, since high school. So you've known each other since then. Since I moved, yes, Hanako lives next door to me, so it's only natural, right? Right. Yeah, of course. Living next to someone is probably a reason not to befriend them, though I'm guessing that Lily's blindness played a part in it as well. I can't imagine Hanako easily making friends with someone who has to deliberately avoid looking at her scars. And since Lily's blind, she can't see her scars, so basically she's treating her like how she would treat anyone else, basically. The immediate conversation dried up. We start to eat our lunch. Nom nom nom. It isn't long before the bells are singling. Dang, bro! Those bells were going crazy. It isn't long before the bells are signaling the end of the break. Like me, the girls pack up their lunches as efficiently as they set them out. I guess I better be off. Are you going to go with Isao, Hanako? Hanako looks up at me, and for a second I could see that she is considering skipping class. Maybe just to avoid walking to the classroom with me. Oh, don't be like that. Thank you. Yes. I don't know what to think of it. Hanako really is delicate to the point of breaking if looked at in the wrong way. It makes me a bit nervous too, but I push the feeling aside, trying to be as natural as I can. We should hurry then. Class has already started by the sound of it. Lily gives a nod of farewell as she bends down to take her cane. Hanako and I filing out before her. We walk quickly down the empty halls to our respective classes. As we reach the door to Lily's 3-2 classroom, she turns towards me. What's she gonna say? Isao, thank you for sharing lunch with us today. My pleasure, Lily. It's just two of us. What's up? Let me stop. With that, we part ways, Lily entering her classroom and leaving Hanako and me to make off to our own. She's still looking like she wants to run away. So, do you really want to go back to class now? Yes. Okay then. I feel like I should say something more to her, but it's hard to come up with anything that would be appropriate and safe enough. And Lily was right. The more time we spend out here, the more explaining we have to do. I opened the door, took the class, and walk in. And boom. Shizune's right there, eyes wide, looking at us. Me, specifically, hanging out with the ops. Oh! Muto. I remember his name. The cheer looks at me and opens his mouth to say something. However, as Hanako follows me and closes the door, he simply nods to us and continues his lecture. Maybe Hanako has some type of aura. Shit. He was about to curse me, bro. But then when she saw I was hanging with Hanako, Hanako got motion, bro. This is the third time that Hanako has had her truancy practically ignored. There's definitely something going on here. Bro, the lore runs deep. I gotta find out what happens. Make our way to our seats, and I notice that Misha and Shizune are both missing as well. What? Where'd they go? Wonder if it is some form of informal agreement with the staff, or if it's a perk afforded to the unique students of this school. Trying to make as little disturbance as I can, I extract the relevant textbooks from my bag and start catching up. Class goes on quietly. The teacher seems like an okay person despite the weird first impression I got. The material is relatively interesting. However, the way he teaches is really bizarre. It's as if he expects that everyone is a natural genius. Oh my gosh, I would not do well here because I'm a dummy. When the final bell sounds, I realize there is still a lot of time left in the day, and I'm left wondering what to do. It's odd. At the hospital, I had 24 hours a day for a free time, but here, filling the considerable shorter hours feels difficult. Everyone else leaves, and I'm left alone with the teacher. Teacher called ISO. Mito is examining the assignment sheets we were working on earlier, marking them with a red ball pen. Raising his eyes from his paper, briefly he notices me and furrows his brow. Uh-oh. What is it, Nakai? Let me just save this, bro. Boom. I jumped at him addressing me, but I guess it's natural to spark some conversation since there is nobody else around. Nothing. I think about what I do after school. The teacher slowly puts the cap on the pen he is holding and arranges his papers into a stack, cracking it against the desk twice. Something like that. He seems very methodical, and for a brief moment, I'm reminded of Shizune. The teacher is more unhurried and relaxed, much more routine. You saying this is planned? You have no plans? No, I consider joining a club, but don't know what kind of club would interest me. Go observe a meeting of someone else's club. Might pique your interest, I guess. But I don't know how to continue from there. Mito looks at me in a way that makes me quickly want to take the words back to avoid a conversation. But I can't, so I have to forge ahead. I just don't know how to deal with people. I mean, the other students. I'm talking to people and everything, so it's not that I'd be isolated or anything. I just don't know what to think about. The disabilities, it's like it feels that I'm being impolite if I pay attention to them, and it's weird to ignore them. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Teacher scratches his cheek absently. Damn, bro, these big words. I can't. Looking very unresponsive. These things are only an issue if you make them one. You don't talk normally with someone, even if they are blind or something. Try to look behind the superficial. There's not a single student here who isn't just a normal kid behind whatever it might seem at first glance. W teacher, bro. That's something a teacher would say. Good PR. He says the same thing as Yuko did. I know they're right, but it's hard. How can you not consider, for example, Shizune's deafness, when the only way to communicate with her is to talk through Misha? Or Hanako, it's not you can ignore her face. But I'm interrupted by the door of the classroom suddenly slamming open. I thought it was a gunshot. There's no guns in Japan. Well, rarely. Oh, teacher! Misha crashes in, hands straight in an enthusiastic greeting, her voice loud and lively enough to wake the dead from their graves. She starts towards the teacher's desk with her bouncy step, hands energetically swinging with the rhythm. I thought it was gonna be like someone upset or mad who's gonna be through the door. Nope, it's just Misha. She's never mad. Mito visibly is made at the interruption, and Misha in general slumps in his chair. Oh, Mikado. Huh? Misha stops in her tracks and looks around closely, as if she's sensing from his tone that something's wrong but has no idea what. Yes? We had to talk about volume control before. Yes. But she doesn't lower her voice at all. The teacher just rubs his eyes. So what is it? Hey, we need help. We are running out of supplies for the festival stands. This is a distress. She holds the pink slip of paper she's holding around. So get more supplies from the art room? What's the problem with that? Plywood is always the problem. Last time we wanted more. There was only a little. But that time, we just took it all and went with that. Now there's like none left here, so do you know where there is some? Oh my gosh, I'm stuttering, bro. I don't understand. How would I know? Shi-chan, I mean the president thought that the teacher would know if there is a plywood. Was she wrong? Mito looks like he's in great pain, frowning with his entire essence, and Misha doesn't get it at all. Looking at the two of them communicate is terrible. Like looking at a man being tortured by drilling his skull open, blasting pop music at full volume at the same time. These words really like get your mind going. Like you could visually see what you're talking about. Well, at least I can see it. I'm afraid I have no idea if there's any plywood in the school, let alone where it would be if there was any. What should I do? Perhaps try to find Mr. Nomiya. I'm quite sure he would know where to find everything you need. You have to pry them from his cold, dead hands, but that's a different matter. I don't have time. We are so busy. She holds her head with both of her hands, looking as despairing as it's possible for a person like her without even noticing. She crumbles the note she's holding against her hair. I shouldn't even be fetching these things. There's so much to do, and we are falling behind the schedule. Mito looks at her gravely, and then suddenly smiles. Smiling doesn't really fit his face. I think it'd be better if he didn't. He is smiling. I wonder if you could get some temporary help. He switches to staring at me focusedly with a hard expression as if trying to say, go make some friends. I guess I can give you a hand. Man, I gotta help Misha, bro. She's been helping me, bro. First day, her and Shizune, they helped me. I gotta help them. You can? Thanks, Hichan. You are really nice. She pauses, does a double take, and then points at me with her finger, yelping, "Ah!" and looking very puzzled. Come to think of it, what's Hichan doing here? Class is over. You should be having fun. We just had a little chat. She didn't even notice me that whole time. Oh no, it's not detention, is it? Are you in trouble, Hichan? No, I'm not. Is Hichan in trouble, teacher? No, he's not. Mito sighs deeply, and I feel that I have to help Misha to get her off the teacher's back. So what do you need? Here's a list. I can try to find a plywood from somewhere if there's none in the art room. She offers me the note she's holding. I take it, hesitating a bit. I said I'll help you, but this has no implications of whether I'm joining the council or not. Aww. Still, thanks, Hichan. Try to be quick. We're in a stall building street right now. We must hurry, hurry, hurry. Alright. She bounces out of the classroom, leaving me and they cheer looking at each other with something that feels like a silent agreement. Well, there you have it, Nakai. You have something to do. Please don't sound so smug. Looking at the list with a number of items ranging from paint to plywood, all written with small, neat handwriting that is undoubtedly Shizune's, I leave a sigh. I'll be going then. Waving the long list limply at the teacher, I exit to the hallway. The classrooms closest to ours are designated belonging to class 3-1 and 3-2 on the right side, and 3-4 on the left side, each door looking exactly the same. Further down the corridor, still with identical doors, are rooms that I didn't think were used for classes. I guess the art room is not a classroom as such. I carefully pushed open the furthest door and peek in. New place, new map. It's a classroom, but it seems rather badly kept or not in use. Am I in the right place? Desks and chairs are all around the room, and a thin layer of dust settled on them. There are some easels in the corner, so at least this looks like the right place. The room is flush in the sunlight, the big windows, shadows creeping all over the desks. Specks of dust are dancing in the stagnant air and making the beams of light almost visible. Jokingly, I call into the empty room. Anybody home? Something catches my eye and I stop mid-sentence. Who the? Sitting on a desk is a short-haired girl curiously wearing a boy's uniform with a fork between her toes, morsel of foot stuck to firm on the end. She has no hands. This odd way of dining seems to be caused by her apparent lack of hands, but her presence here is what takes me back even more. How did I miss her before? She's sitting in a corner very still, but I still somehow took her as a part of the furnishing or a statue at first glance. I'm not being too observant today as a whole. The girl seems to be frozen in place, staring at me with her huge eyes like a rabbit in headlights. She's staring at me, her mouth wide open, ready to accept the fork. Man, just eat. I'm staring at her, my mouth wide open, suddenly remembering I didn't finish my sentence and trying to think if I should. This weird stalemate keeps us both stunned into silence, punctuated only by the wall clock ticking rhythmically. Hello. The girl stuffs the forkful in her mouth and is now staring at me expectantly while chewing. This is a bit awkward. This is really awkward. Hello. I was told to pick up some supplies for some festival stalls. I didn't think there would be someone here. There isn't. That's why I came here too. Oh. Picks up another forkful. Does that mean you're here then? She raises her eyebrows as if she was suspecting my observation was false. You are pretty observant. I guess it does, but who are you? This girl is pretty straightforward, isn't she? I'm Nakai, Hisao Nakai. I just transferred in on Monday. I'm Rin. Tezuka Rin Tezuka. I won't shake hands with you, but at least you know who we are now. You don't want to foot tap? That's very nice. Her deadpan manner of talking makes it hard to determine whether she's joking about shaking hands or not. It kind of bothers me. Joking about these matters doesn't feel appropriate at all. Man, if that's how she wants to cope with it, then let her be. While I'm trying to figure out what's appropriate and whether this girl is, she seems to have lost interest in me and is now gazing yearningly back at her food. Can I consume my lunch? If you don't mind me, I won't mind you. Hey, I said it better myself. Do your thing. If you need to get your stuff, the supplies are at the back. Go right ahead, but lunch goes already over for the day. What word would you use then? There is no word for a meal you eat after lunch but before dinner, right? It bothers me very much too, but I don't really know what I should say. I think you're supposed to eat a meal between lunch and dinner to begin with. But I'm hungry now and my delicious box lunch would go to waste otherwise. I have curry, it's very delicious. Yeah, do your thing. With much decisiveness, Rin once again picks up the fork between her toes and with at least as much impoliteness, she points it straight at me. So Nakai, what brings you to this place? Like I said, I was told to look for these things. No, to school. From outside you look fine. Is your problem inside? She figured me out. I come to a full stop, opening my mouth but not getting a word out. I can guess I am good at guessing, better than most people. Rin cuts me off before I can answer her question or skirt around it somehow. I don't know which I would have done. I froze in front of this issue again. I haven't even told anyone here about my condition, or maybe it's only because it hasn't really come up. He hasn't he almost fainted because of Emi, but it hasn't happened since Iwanako. And I hope it's probably gonna happen again, bro. Shit. If someone confesses to him, well, yeah, GG's. I do get the feeling that not making issues of this is a part of the social code here, as the teacher said. I wonder if the people here could relate. Probably not any better than any normal person could. I can't relate to Shizune's circumstances or Lily's either. Naturally, while I go through this in my head, Rin keeps considering what my condition could be, with an overly contemplative look on her face. She puts her fork between her lips and leans back, looking at the ceiling as if the answer was written up there. Could be. Beam light illuminates her face from the window side, creating a mask of dark shadow on the other side. She's horror-forming. I don't think it's anything in your head, and something in your guts would be boringly ordinary. Like this lunch of mine, and less delicious. The problem must be in your pant.
Oh my god.
What are you talking about, bro? This messed up Sherlock Holmes kind of statement and the sheer lack of tact it was delivered with such catches me completely off guard. I think I might have reeled back even physically as Rin's eyes widened in revelation and astonishment. So I was right. There's something wrong with your tackle, isn't there? What is she talking about? Still partially in shock, but recognizing the need to reply to something, I spit out the first thing that I could think of. No, nothing like that. I have a heart problem. Arrhythmia. I said it, more like blurted it out, but I said it. The girl in front of me purses her lips together and glowers at me, looking very disappointed. How boring. Trouble in the pants would have been much more scandalous. What's with this reaction? I'm sorry to let you down. I forgive you. Just, I collect people and a person with, that kind of problem would have been really great. Collect people? People with different problems. How, so you just like going around asking people what's wrong with them? Pretty much. I see. With little left to say, Rin resumes her lunch and the conversation dies away, but I keep thinking about what was said. It's the first time I told anyone else about my condition, although other people have either known about it already or heard about it from someone else. Yeah, she just naturally let me blurt it out. Well, she was accusing me of something that wasn't true, so I just had to tell her the truth. WIQ from her. Or didn't need to know about it, or maybe she just doesn't really care. Or didn't need to know about it, or like every other student here so far. Should I have told it as a natural part of introductions? Is it expected of me? Damn, bro. Hi, I'm Sal. I have a very serious heart condition. Just still linking back to my first decision of not introducing myself. Bro, leave me alone, game. Is that how I'm supposed to go around introducing myself from now on? As if our disabilities would define us. What a disgusting thought. Or maybe this Tezuka girl just has an unnatural interest in such things. Could be that. As I walk to the back of the room to pick up the items on Misha's list, a chance opens to study Rin from the corner of my eye. Her hair is a burnt auburn, almost orange. More like pink. Could be violet. And a cropped short. Long hair would probably be impossible with no arms. Damn, the boy's uniform and the lack of arms make her look very thin, almost scrawny. She's not particularly expected for her murky green eyes which flicker restlessly from below her short bangs and even when she eats. The distance and the shadows make it seem like they don't reflect sunlight at all, but instead absorb all of it within them deep wells. She moves her feet almost as deftly as a normal person would use their arms. Because she only has feet, right? However, I can see how this sight could discomfort people, especially while eating. It makes me feel a bit uncomfortable at least. I hesitate to think about the word unnatural, but it's too late now, is it? I keep searching the cabinets and shelves for Misha's things, but after enough time passes, the silence grows too uncomfortable. So I try to force some conversation out of the strange girl. So do you always eat alone and this late, or do you get the occasional visitor? Visitors. Maybe you're my first occasional visitor, but I don't always eat alone either. Oh. Sometimes I eat with a certain person on the roof if she's not horsing around. Misha? Horsing? She likes to do sports. Emi! Oh. That's all I can think of to say. Both of us fall silent as Rin forks the last bit of her meal to her mouth. I look down at my haul and double check it with Misha's list. It seems I have everything except plywood. So I think I have all the things now. But very nice for you. Don't feel obliged to stay. I was about to take a nap anyway. You need to do whatever you are going to do with that stuff anyway, right? Or perhaps you like to watch girls sleep. Stop it, bro. I'm not sure what to make of this, but Rin looks serious. Even if I did, I have to be going. I'll catch you around, Tezuka. You can call me Rin. I feel that our relationship is at this point good enough to warrant this much. I was already turning to make my exit, but she draws me back in. Fine, then I'm Hisao. You are. Rin looks at me hard in the eyes, but that intimidating feeling you get when someone stares at you isn't there, because you guys open up to each other. Yeah. It's like she's actually not looking at me at all. She blinks a couple of times, and I can't figure out why a pause like this just popped between us out of nowhere. See you later, Hisao. There's something like a tiny smile there in her face. Maybe. I quietly back out of the room. As I shut the door in front of my face, I whisper to myself, what an intriguing person. From inside, I hear a muffled sing-song voice. I heard that. Oh, she heard that. Oh! What did she hear? Misha, where'd you come from? What is her condition? What is, just out of curiosity, what is Misha's condition? She's perfectly normal, bro. I jumped to the sudden appearance of Misha, who I had not heard approaching despite the complete empty hallway. Somehow she had gone to jumping distance of me without making a sound. Creepy. It briefly reminds me of Kenji's nutty theory about a global feminist conspiracy, but I pushed that thought aside. She's not mad, is she, that I went with the ops? She's only standing slightly behind Misha, looks aloof, as she couldn't have heard that remark that drew Misha's attention, but Misha is visibly excited. No, wait, more importantly, who is in there? There's no club meetings today. She tries to curiously peek past me, even though the door prevents her from seeing anyway. What are you doing here? It took so long that we had to come check what's wrong. That's no good, Hee-chan. She wags her fingers at me scoldingly. I found plywood, but everything else is still missing because you are late. Sorry, I got the things here. I was just going to bring them. I think you were up to some mischief, Hee-chan. Who was in there with you? I wonder. Misha signed something quickly to Shizune, pointing at her own ear a couple of times. Uh-oh. Shizune immediately pushes her way past me and opens the door into the classroom. I just left. I can only imagine the shock she's experiencing. With Shizune's diligence and attitude, the insolence of daring to deface school property by sleeping on top of it must be too much to bear. And indeed, she stares at Rin, frozen in place apart from the slight but noticeable trembling of her shoulders from suppressed rage, I'm sure. Suppressed rage? Instead of blowing up, Shizune just takes a few deep breaths and adjusts her glasses and slaps the door shut, turning to sign furiously at Misha. Is she gonna blame me for this? What? Maybe she did blow up, but I can't understand it. She shoots a very loaded stare at me too, as if it was somehow my fault that Rin is sleeping on one of the tables. I hope she's not getting any fun ideas about the reason of my tardiness. Hello? Rin's voice comes from the other side of the door and it takes a few eye blinks to realize that she might have trouble opening it. I open the door, find Rin directly behind it, looking at us with a half-interested, half-sleepy face. She was just sleeping. Hello. Miss Tezuka, what do you think you were doing? You absolutely are not permitted to use school property for such a disgraceful activity. It sure is suddenly very crowded in here. I didn't know I was this popular. It's hard to say whether she's happy or unhappy about this turn of events. At any rate, she ignores Shizune/Misha's scolding, so they had no choice but to drop the issue. Shizune taps Misha's shoulder, points at Rin, and makes some quick signs. Popularity aside, please don't do that anymore. Anyway, how's your project going? Will it be done for the festival? Rin looks at them blankly, apparently at ease under the pressure Shizune's close stare is putting on her. I keep wondering about that myself too. And? We'll think about it harder. As Misha signs her reply to Shizune, her face turns into an unsatisfied frown. Oh. Mr. Zuka, please try to take this seriously. It'll be a disaster if the wall looks like someone threw up their lunch into it. Rin nods assertively. We'll think more seriously. Misha actually giggles at that, but Shizune doesn't, not even after translation. She just shakes her head, takes the materials from me, and takes off with Misha in tow. Damn, she left me? Rin frowns thoughtfully as she looks after the retreating student council duo. How rude. It's true though, I must finish my project before the weekend. There will be dire consequences if I don't. Enter the world as we know it. My weekends usually are, but more dire. Much more dire. Maybe I'll postpone my nap to the unforeseen future. About to ask what project she has and what are these apocalyptic consequences, but she walks back into the art classroom. Since you have nothing to do, would you give me a hand? This paint can doesn't fit into my bag, but I need it. She kicks slightly at a huge can of paint that's lying on the floor next to the table she was sitting and sleeping on. It lets out a dull clang. Dong. Being a gentleman I am, I naturally pick it up. Heavy. Yeah, sure. Where do you need to take it? Away. Huh? And with that, she takes off to the hallway. Me and the paint can following since there's still little choice for either of us. And now I'm all alone. They all left me. The hallway's quiet and empty now with Shizune and Misha gone, so we two leave towards the stairwell at the other end. Every 10 or 15 or 20 steps, I have to change the can from one hand to another because the thin handle cuts into my palm. Ow! At least it keeps my arms from tiring too fast. Rin strolls on beside me with an uneven pace that I have trouble matching. Oh no, I am not alone. Or maybe I am walking weird because of the extra weight. It seems one of us is constantly walking too slow or too fast and I can't figure out which. 2 flights of stairs below, trouble appears in the form of the head nurse and his fox-like grin. GG's. Mr. Nakai, what a happy coincidence. Tezuka too, of course. What does this guy want? He nods courteously to Rin, who does not acknowledge him back, then turns to me, because obviously it's me who he had some business with. There's something I forgot to mention on Monday. I nod and wait impassively because I can't even begin to guess what he forgot. The feeling of the handle delving deeper into my skin doesn't make me feel enthusiastic about this interruption either. It's about your medication. Since you haven't been that long on your current medications, there might be some unexpected side effects, which might require adjusting dosages or even changing to another kind of medication. So you got the medications wrong? We'll do a few tests regularly, but what I'd want is for you to keep an eye on everything in your condition that feels off, if you get what I mean. Yes, I think. Nausea, headache, anything, and come see me if something happens. Alright. So how are you? Everything fine? I give up and drop the can to the floor before answering him. Apparently this takes longer than my biceps can handle. I'm about to say something generic as an answer, but then I realize how often I've done that lately. Other people have asked me that too, teachers and students here, my parents, visitors, nurses, doctors at the hospital. Everyone seems to be concerned about that. It's natural for a hospital, not so much for a school. Except this school. This is a small school, and both the student base and faculty seem to be very tightly knit. At least that's the feeling I'm getting. And this is not the kind of school that gets transfer students too often. God sends shivers down my spine, up my spine, and I give a generic answer anyway. That's great. Also, one other thing. My source tells me that you've been at neither the school track nor even the pool. So I'd like to know if you've taken up exercising as I asked. Won't I pass out? Of course I haven't, but his way of inquiring gives me the feeling that I should have been running my ass off on the track since the very first day. You have people spying on me? Not as such, it has happened to know a few people, but that's not the issue here, so don't try to slip out of it. Well, I was actually just doing some improvised weightlifting as an exercise. I pick up and lift the can up and down a few times like some sad imitation of a bodybuilder, even though it's weighing down on my arms painfully. Ouch! Stupid grin disappears from his face for a second, then comes back like it was never gone. Tezuka, would you give us a second? Oh, he called ISO, GG's. Nurse grabs me by the shoulder, without waiting for Rin's permission, which he didn't need in the first place, and drags me aside. Whoa! When I told you to exercise, I wasn't joking. What happened to his smile? I understand that you are still on your first week and all, but please don't ignore the importance of this. The reason I'm coming down this hard on you is that habits are not easy to form. The more you slip and postpone, the harder it will be. It's the same way with everything, like dieting. Can you promise me to be more serious about this from now on? Exercise is important, but what happens if I dug, and I pass out? Yes, I promise, definitely. He studies me for a moment and then shrugs, smiling again. Okay, that's more like it. If you go to the school track tomorrow morning, you'll meet my spy, who probably has no qualms offering consolation to you if you want to jog a bit. Consolation? See you around. Where the hell did he go? He leaves with a wave of his hand and no answer, and I walk to Rin, who has been waiting idly leaning against the hallway and staring at the pale lightning fixtures in the ceiling. Even when I approach, she doesn't move her eyes off them. Are you getting medications for your hearty thing? Oh yeah, she knows. Were you listening? Comes out more accusatory than I intended, accidentally lashing out at her. But even so, I don't really want to start talking about it. I just met her. I don't know her. It's not her business. Nurse seems to be happily ignorant about confidentiality. 2. Talking about that kind of thing in public. He's carefree, bro. It's not Rin's fault, is it? No, it's not. Look up at her. Look up? Am I shorter? Suddenly feeling a bit guilty, but Rin is just staring past my shoulder quizzically, her head tilted like a bird's. Sigh. I don't know why this is so hard for me. It feels like there's some inexplicable lock that prevents me from being more upfront about this. Yeah, they're for my heart. Will they make you better? No, not really. They just make me a little less worse. Rin keeps looking at me for a while longer and neither says anything further, nor displays any kind of emotion I could discern. I'm thankful that she doesn't. I think I'm still not quite used to all this. At the hospital, it was easy, but I still haven't sorted my feelings about having to live a normal life with this disability. We leave the main building and Rin leads us onwards to the dorm. We stop at a small patch of greenery in front of the dorm building. The dorm is built on a slightly elevated ground with a wall and a few trees that everyone has to circle around every time they come or go. It's probably the only inconvenient design in the school. Is it this? Let me see. What is that? Art. Let me stop. I'm not an artist. The entire wall, made of the same kind of bricks as the building itself, has been covered with some sort of painting. Most of it still mere sketches, quick lines drawn with black and white against the gray plastering that covers almost the entire length of the wall, but some places look a bit more finished. There are human faces and legs and hands. I can't quite say what the painting as a whole might portray. Stacks of what seem to be paint cans are arranged in piles on the ground beside the wall. See, left side is hardly off the ground yet. It's because I couldn't get in the mood yesterday, so I gave up and went to meditate instead. Then it was suddenly morning. She's an artist. A genius. Maybe. I'm trying to look at these paintings and I just don't know what it is. A self-proclaimed genius. That sounds better. I have to work on it. But the guys from art class are helping with the negative spaces and base surfaces whenever, which is a problem. It's easier to paint big areas if there are a lot of people with hands. It reaches better and it's faster too. She goes on a tangent of a tangent, waving a little with her arm or whatever of it. She goes on a tangent of a tangent, waving a little with her arm or whatever of it there actually is, to demonstrate. Even though I got the point already. The white cotton of her sleeve flaps around, and it makes me think it could look sadder than it does. But it makes me feel out of place, like almost every tangible reminder of the student basis. Special properties has in the past few days. The girl doesn't notice my dreary feelings, of course, the fact that she lost me a while ago already, and just keeps on blabbering. So that's why I'm trying to figure out if there is something I need to figure out, and then figure that out before it's too late and all hope is lost. Damn! She was yapping. Why would the hope be lost? Because paint has to be painted, and then it has to be dry, and then it has to be painted over with another kind of paint. It takes time. She finally stops, apparently thinking she made some kind of a statement that makes sense. I think it's best to start from the top. So this is your project. You did this? Yes. All of it? Yes. Nice, but I stumbled my words, suddenly feeling like I've walked straight into the minefield of political incorrectness. It's okay, you can say it. I probably won't get mad. I blush really hard. I don't know what would be the right thing to say, if any. It feels like I'm way more sensitive than Rin is, though. This is really awkward. Don't you want to ask? How do you paint without hands? She uses her feet. See, I'm an easier person to talk to, right? With my feet. I almost guessed that already, but isn't that hard to do? You're good at guessing. Anyway, I don't think it is, but maybe I'm used to it by now. She will probably get used to it. The more you practice something, I can't get my mind around the fact that she could be an artist, but seeing how in depth she was using her feet to eat, I figured painting might not be a problem either. Neither of us has anything more to add to the subject. The afternoon light works pretty well. I was afraid it would look too flat, but it's not like that after all. I think it's actually pretty interesting. I wanted to see what it looks like in dim light. Do you think it's flat? Well, paintings tend to be flat. Not like that flat. You know, flat. Like some people are. No substance, no meat, but there should be some. I know Fugosu. Whoa! Who was you gonna say? Okay, I get it, but I couldn't really tell. I'm not good with art. I can't name many artists or artistic terms, so I don't really have anything to say. Rin shrugs her shoulders at that, saying, "Suit yourself." Without saying it, and looks up at the sky as if trying to look for something up there. I didn't think I'd get any actual work done, but if you give me a hand with the paintings, I could do a little before it's too dark. I wanted to get a halogen lamp like the ones they have at the sports track, but there aren't any. Rin sure is quick to recruit my help, as well she's doing it. It really makes me feel that the festival is such a big project that every pair of hands is needed. Why not? I'm not sure if I can be of any help though. You're just mixing some paints, you can do that, probably. Do you have motor control problems? Like, you know, those people who have some cerebral palsy maybe? Not that I know of. I get it, hard thinking has nothing to do with that. He gives me a sly look for no reason. No, it doesn't. Let's do it then. So she sits on an empty wooden box and very naturally picks up a wide brush between the toes of her bare right foot. I open a few of the cans, pour some of the contents into shallow bowls for mixing. The thick paints flow lazily from the can to the bowl like syrup. I mix them, creating funny, hypnotic-looking swirl patterns that melt quickly into each other to form a new monotone hue. Rin sets to work, every now and then asking me for a hand with something or the other. Finding different brushes is easy enough, but mixing the paints to be the exact tone this girl is apparently seeing in her head is a frustratingly ordeal. I'm not an artist. I'm just a guy with a heart disease. She wants precision down to the last millimeter before she is unsatisfied, but her instructions are obscure at best. Whoa, add half a splash of green. Huh? I crash down to pick up the can of bright green. The other green. This green. Man! Carefully pour some of the other green paint into the mixing bowl. Oh, that's almost a whole splash. More white. Oh my gosh, is green a good color to add? No idea, you're the artist here. A hint of smile appears in the corners of her mouth. Maybe she just wants to be complimented. Do you lack an opinion? Well, it's just that I have no idea. It's okay, because I just got an idea. Add more weight. With this exclamation, I pour a minuscule amount of white into the bowl and mix it. It looks slightly whiter. That's not good. It has to be like the color when you wake up and you know that you saw the meaning of life in your dream, but can't remember. Maybe it's yellow. Despite the impossibility of mixing color with the change of seasons, where there's nonsense that's being imposed on me, I find myself enjoying it more than I thought I would. That's good. Seeing a painting being born on the plastered wall feels like magic. I spend the moments I have between mixing paints, crouching down the paving, and just looking at her work. It feels slightly intrusive at first, like breaking some imaginary intimacy, but Rin doesn't seem to mind that least bit. Maybe it's just in my head. Her entire presence emits a completely different air as she patiently works the details, adding layers of paint on top of other layers of paint, steadily moving her foot across the wall to add new shapes. When I manage to produce a passable mixture of paint, the rare smile on her face is oddly rewarding. Apart from her few words, and when discussing paint mixes, neither of us says a word for the longest time. Awkward? What's going on? And even those short discussions soon evolve into a shorthand, both of us developing and using weird impromptu code words for various paints and hues. They don't even need to say like green or yellow anymore. They already know what it is. As if there was some need to converse words and breath and sound. Oh, nighttime. Whoa, hold on. Hold on. She's working. I see it. I see the progress. We stay there late into the evening until it becomes too dark to paint properly. Oh. We ended the day like that? Oh! The sound of an alarm pulls me out of a fitful slumber and into the unpleasant state of wakefulness. I linger on the back for a few minutes, gathering energy to rise up while making excuses for why I already haven't. Damn, bro. They stayed that long? Painting? Respect to them, bro. They must have had a lot of fun. And speaking of fun, I had a little fun in this episode, bro. This episode was entertaining as fuck. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it there for now. I like the story, bro. Man, finding out Shizune and Lily have beef? Is it actual beef or they just really don't like each other? I guess we'll find out more, bro. But I'm really intrigued. We met Emi with the no legs, and now we met Rin with no hands. All I hope is to make your days a little bit better. I'm gonna continue this. I'm really intrigued to the story. I hope y'all are too. But anyways, thank y'all. Love y'all. And peace.